What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Raul. Thank you for joining me. Seriously, thank you so much. As always, I want to just first thank you guys because, you guys could be watching so many other things. You guys could be doing so many other things, which is something I always tell you guys actually at the start of most and of all my episodes, I'm pretty sure. This is episode 11, by the way, of the Mr. Genuine podcast. I always give you guys a little bit of time to pause the video to go knock out that important thing that you've been needing to do, or maybe if you're sometimes like me, putting off, go take care of that. Watching this video isn't that important. I feel like my videos are pretty useful. I feel like the content I share in these videos are pretty insightful and really hopefully empowering to some of you. But it is just a bunch of words. I am just flapping my gums, hoping to spread a positive message. That's about it. I'm not gonna show you guys how to make money entirely in these videos. I know how to make some money my own way, working a normal job, increasing my value. But as I record these videos, I don't actually give you something that you guys can just quickly just grab and make money with. I'm just recording these videos. I just love doing this. This is fun. This is one of my fun hobbies, pastimes. All I'm trying to say is that if you guys are busy, don't watch these videos. Don't watch my videos. Don't even waste your time watching my videos. Watch how, like, once you take care of things you need to take care of, then you'll be less stressed. You'll be less stressed, you'll be less anxious, you'll be more focused and more prepared. So, come back to this video. Don't worry, I'm going to keep making more content. I'm going to keep making more videos. This is episode 11, kind of crazy. Episode 11, and I want to make as many episodes as I can this year. So don't worry, there's more content to come, and then this is definitely one of those videos where I'm going to try my best to just drop as much knowledge and as much wisdom as I can. And just make it fun too. Because what's the point of me doing something without at least having a little bit of fun? Of course, fun is a interesting word. But anyways, yeah, come back, pause the video, or get out of, close the whole tab, close all of the internet, knock out that important thing. I will never be offended for you guys. I won't be offended if you guys go ahead and take care of something important instead of watching my videos. Never, never, never. So yeah, I'll wait. Go ahead and knock that out. I'm having a good day. Today's a beautiful Sunday. The day's almost over. It is currently February 16th, 2025. And I gotta do a couple things right now. I'm gonna keep making some more content tonight. I'm gonna work out, get a little pump, brush my teeth, and then, yeah, get ready for the week ahead. It's gonna be a good week. Gotta be present, gotta make some moves. Yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys are back. Hope you guys are here, present, so I can influence you guys. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I'm doing the best I can to influence you guys in a positive way. And also, of course, just create some content. I'm done fidgeting around. Let's go ahead and lock in, guys. Let's go ahead and focus. Let's make sure our brains are locked in. So I did take some notes as to what I wanted to talk about today, but ultimately it is going to be another one of those podcasts that I kind of just have fun with. It's free flow. I've only had one guest so far on this podcast, and that was my mom. I definitely want to have more, so if you guys have any questions or any concerns or any suggestions, please send them my way. Put them in the comments. And as always, like and subscribe. Share the content if you find this useful. Again, I will never be offended if you guys love my content. I will never be offended if you guys hate my content. It's always better to choose one or the other. Either you love it or you hate it. Both, I win, and in both, hopefully you feel like you're winning, because I am just doing the best I can out here to share some positive stuff. I learned all these things I'm about to share in the last couple years, in the last 5 years, in the last 10 years. So if I can share some wisdom to anybody, young or old, living or dying, then I feel like I'm doing a good thing. I feel like I'm doing a great job in my life, and I'll be able to look back 10 years, 20 years from now, 30, 40 years from now and be like, wow, episode 11 was kind of bad, or episode 11 was kind of the best episode of my life. Who knows what I'm about to say in the future, but I'm here now and I'm in the present moment and I'm excited. I'm super pumped. I'm here in a safe space. I'm here here on Earth. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm already 5 minutes into the intro, aka the period where I tell you guys, all right, you guys go take care of your things and then come back. Now, let's go ahead and lock right in. So, if you guys didn't know, my name again is Raul. Thank you so much. My father's name was Raul, and I am currently the second, Raul Jr. And I have plans to name my first boy Raul as well, actually. So, Raul the third, and then if my son decides to call his children Raul as well, totally fine. It's just something I want to do, something I want to share, something personal. But yeah, I don't have anything else personal to share, so let's go ahead and dive right in. In today's episode, I want to talk about the power of influence. My brain is I got all these things, but I can only do one thing at a time, right? All I need to do is to do my best and to record this episode, so that's all I'm going to do. Fueled by water and coffee. All right, yes, the power of influence. The power of influence. Energy. I'm not the most spiritual person. I don't really follow all the astrological signs, but I do my best to be open-minded. To kind of consider it from one angle, but really just stay focused on the real life things in front of me. I don't like to get super involved with the gobbledygook or with the lingo, because it just doesn't make sense to me all the time. And it's like I'm aware that my brain will try to give validation to a certain thing that I'm mainly focusing on. You know, if I think about the stars being aligned in a certain way, or things connecting in a certain way out of coincidence and giving them meaning, then I realize that's what's happening. I don't know all the facts. I don't know all the concrete details. I don't know all the truth until I see it myself and experiment and find out with my own two eyes and my own mind that, hey, maybe there is some truth to this. Maybe it isn't just a bunch of fluff. Maybe it is actually kind of valid. And I bring this up because, I mean, people share the idea of like energy. There are many scientists out there. One renowned, Nikola Tesla, always talked about how if you think about life in terms of vibration, if you see energy all around you and see life as frequencies and radio waves and vibration, you can kind of see how life is so much more than just the physical, concrete, non-abstract things. There are a lot of abstract and there are things we can't see with our eyes. I totally believe that. I totally believe that there are frequencies and things out here that we just can't see with the human body, with the human eyes. But I think they're totally out there. I mean, we're on a planet out in space. It's kind of crazy. It's just something to think about. When you're just chilling at work, when you're just at church, or when you're just riding your bike, or when you're just out driving, you have to remember, like, whoa, we're out in the cosmos. We're actually out here enjoying life on a planet, breathing in this oxygen that just so happened to be available for us. The trees, the birds, the bugs, everything. It's kind of crazy. And then you realize, like, wow, I'm kind of special. I'm kind of at a crazy point in time in history. It's pretty cool. At least I think about that every once in a while. Every once in a while, that's really cool thoughts to have. But yes, guys, for episode 11, I want to talk about the power of influence. And there are so many things around us that are influencing us and persuading us and motivating us and inspiring us to move a certain way in life and to think a certain way. And there was so many things just in this last week for me that I realized, like, I'm like, wow, like maybe I do have the power to persuade, or maybe like, wow, like maybe I am being influenced by my phone, by my desire to be a certain kind of individual. Just all these things kind of just are in the back of my mind. Excuse me. And I just want to really just ask you guys as well, what do you guys think? What do you guys think is influence? What does influence mean to you? Do you guys have a positive or negative, binary perspective on just the power of influence? Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm really curious, actually. I'm not just asking to a rhetorical question like I know all the answers. I don't want to come off as somebody that thinks he knows all the answers anymore. I know a lot, and I know a good deal about a good deal, but I've made my mistakes. I don't know everything. I definitely want to keep learning. I think that's one of the best parts about being a man in this day and age, is somebody who's willing to keep learning and humble enough to just realize that, hey, like, I don't know everything. I'm sorry if I came across that way, but the truth is I do not know everything. I honestly, I don't even know if I'll ever get to know everything. But I hope to know just enough to just learn the next best thing too. And then keep improving. Alrighty guys, so yeah, I bring all this up and I kind of just letting it fly, free flowing off the dome, just off the cusp. One take Jake. And it is a bit of rambling and time wasting, but ultimately I do want to just connect with you guys. I'm not just making these videos just for me. I want to just get to know you guys and connect with a deeper audience. And for those of you that vibe and like these videos, thank you so much, for reals. You guys rock, and I really do appreciate you guys. And for those of you that don't like my videos, don't want to watch them, that's totally fine too. Blessings, much love, inshallah. You guys find whatever you guys need to find out there in the world. I don't care. And ultimately, the people that don't like my stuff, you guys don't matter. You guys don't matter to me. Ultimately, I don't know if you guys have heard this before, but there are people out there that have really strong beliefs, and this is one of them that when I heard it, I'm like, bro, it's kind of cruel, kind of brutal, but the more you think about it, it's very true. There are some of you out there in the world that do not deserve to live. And I'm not trying to say that to be mean or to put anybody down, because, I mean, I'm not trying to judge, but I heard this, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of crazy. Who am I to say that somebody does or doesn't deserve to be on this planet? But there are some of you out there that are really just wasting oxygen, wasting your life away. You guys think that you're doing something, but you're really not. Or you're just evil people that don't want to change and don't want to become good. And that's when I'm on, like, trying to be on one side, like, whoa, that's kind of intense. Like maybe there's a need to maybe like hit the brakes a little bit on that thought, but it's kind of intense, kind of an intense one for sure. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you guys think about that. I try not to be super extreme, but it is super good to be super emotional and powerfully, focus on one or the other. But yeah, it's not always black and white, of course. It's not always. There's not always a need to be super intense, but being intense and very, have that conviction about certain things is really important, especially for somebody who's mature and responsible of a lot of things. And speaking of responsibility, that idea of like influence came up this week for me, and I wanted to talk about it. I'm already 12 minutes into this podcast, and I haven't even really started talking about what I want to talk about. So let's go ahead and actually dive right in, because there's really so many ways you can go about it, but this is how I want to start it, okay? So, since the beginning of time, in the beginning, no, I'm not going to go that far back, but there is this concept, or rather not even a concept, there's this theory that isn't really a theory. It's more like, I guess it is kind of a proven scientific, backed up by science fact that we humans and we the species that is us, the people that are online creating videos, using the internet, there was a point in time where we humans didn't even use language. It wasn't even like there weren't even sounds either. It wasn't even like the caveman time. It was before that, like you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like the primitive, the primal communication. It was mostly like body language and our eyes and our senses, our smell, our ears, our second gut, our guts, our brain started to develop and go from like this reptilian brain to eventually developing the neofrontal cortex, or what's that? Whatever this part of the brain is, the frontal cortex. There's a term for it. I won't butcher it anymore, but there's a point in time where we didn't have like the full brain development, and essentially, it was all just like what we saw. Like, if we saw a bush moving, like oh snap, that bush I think is moving. What's going on? We would react to it. Our bodies would instantly be like, oh my gosh, what's that? Should I run? Should I stay the fight or flight mode, or those things would be activated. That would be like the reptilian part of our brain. And I bring this up because, like there are many things, external things in the world that do influence us to react in a certain way. And the better we are at being able to stay calm and to not react in a very like timid and fearful way, if we're able to stay calm in those situations, then the outcome may be one where we can either, rejoin with our people, basically get back to our community, or fight. Excuse me. Prove our bravery, prove the fact that we are tough and resilient. Or of course we can always run away. We can flee. There's nothing wrong with having that option, and there's nothing wrong with running away if you feel like there's going to be no guarantee of success or survival. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's just like, it's only when like you have the chance to fight and you need to fight, and only then you don't fight. That's when it's like, okay, man, don't be a coward. Stand up, lose an arm, lose an eye, fight. But I totally understand. I mean, not everybody is willing to sacrifice their body for achieving something great. That's totally rational. I do my best. I do my best to be super understanding of the perspective on both sides. The people that want to fight and the people that don't want to fight, and the people that can fight and the people that can't fight. The children, the elderly, the women. Those people can't fight because why should they? There should be the people that can fight, the strong people, the strong individuals, men mostly, of course, strong men. But of course, I mean, there are also people that want to fight. There are strong children, strong elderly, strong women. It's just generally speaking, back then they didn't have to. Those send the guys out there, send the troops. Anyways, yeah. So this idea of like having this influence of the world around us isn't as intense as it was back then as it is now. Now you could be like, all right, I'm driving by a billboard and I'm gonna get influenced by a freaking billboard that lights up and like, oh, it's a picture of a steak and lobster for Hell's Kitchen or for some sort of restaurant. Oh wow, that's influencing me. I'm not scared of that. I'm actually very intrigued, like a moth to a flame. That's influence. That's marketing. That's some sort of impulse, desire, and injection into the mind. And yeah, it's really interesting. Really interesting, this idea of influence, because people go around nowadays and they're like, oh, are you an influencer? Or what are you? What do you do? Are you one of those influencers? And sometimes I get like that idea that it could be seen as a bad thing, but I get a little embarrassed. I'm like, oh, maybe I am an influencer. And then I think about it. Well, like every day we're kind of influencing ourselves to do the right thing, influencing our families to have a positive mental attitude and a mental ideal, a positive ideal, and then obviously we're trying to influence those around us to want to live a prosperous and successful life. And it's important to have that influence. If you guys didn't know this, I am the eldest of 3 strong men. I'm the oldest brother, and I do my best to influence them and my brothers in a positive way, but I don't always succeed. They're super intelligent on their own. They don't need me, which I'm so grateful for. But they know if I needed to call them, they would answer, and if I needed to help them out, I would be there without even thinking about it. And yeah, so that's kind of a side comment. Sorry about that, guys. But I just love talking about my brothers, even though sometimes they're solid. They're tanks. It just brings me back. It always brings me back. It makes me happy actually talking about my family. But yeah, guys. So back then, coming back to what I was talking about, essentially, we didn't even need to really use our words. Like I always tell my family I love you before I leave, or I always like to tell my family like, hey, I'll see you soon. I love to tell my friends that as well. Like, hey, I'll see you soon. I don't say bye anymore. I don't say goodbye because I don't want it to be the last goodbye. I want the last words to be, I'll see you soon, because that's the truth. Only when I know that it's like my last few days on this planet, or like I'm on my last mile, where I'll be like, okay, goodbye. I love you. Until next time. Or I'll see you in the next life. Whatever the case would be, right? But until then, I'm going to be super certain that I'm going to see them soon. I'm going to see them hopefully the next day, or hopefully within the next month, or hopefully I'll see them next year. That's my mindset. I don't want to say goodbye just yet. And that thought in itself is how I've been influencing my own mind to think. I've been hypnotizing myself and rewiring my brain to think in that positive way, influencing myself in a very intense way. I want to be successful, and I feel successful. I am successful, and I want to keep influencing myself to strive for greatness and to keep doing good things. Because ultimately, I realized that I back then, maybe like 5 years ago, I was super not stuck, and I wasn't super like confused, but I definitely just wasn't very confident as to where I wanted to go or what I wanted to do. And I kind of was just going day by day. And now I'm still going day by day nowadays, like everybody else. But ultimately, I still have this like thought, okay, what did I do this last week? I ask myself every day when I can, like, okay, what did I accomplish today? What did I, what did I plan to do that day and I didn't do? What did do? What did I do that I planned to do, and I accomplished it? And just really look at the bigger picture. And of course, I do spend most of my days trying to make sure that my family's okay, spend time with my loved ones, and just taking care of myself overall. And so that's basically a huge difference, though, like a night and day difference from back then. I really started to change my habits, and I started doing like workouts at night. Like I would work most of the day, and then as soon as it was nighttime, right before bed, I did like a workout, like a really intense workout, some pull-ups, some weights and stuff, and then I passed out. And then nowadays, because of all that hard work, like I feel like I could kind of let ease off on the gas a little bit, but I'm trying my best to make sure that I'm going every day as hard as ever, while also giving myself a little bit of time to rest and to relax and to just remind myself that I'm doing the best I can. But there's always work. There's always work to do, and I'm super grateful for that. And that, like, again, it all comes down to how you want to see it, how you want to react to the situations and the circumstances and the events in your life to get a certain outcome. And I want the best outcome for myself and my family. So that's just where I'm coming from. And yeah, I've been influenced by a lot of things. I've been influenced by some of the audiobooks I listen to, some of the podcasts that I've been listening to, and of course I've been influenced by my own family, friends, community members. And it's just super interesting because I mean, like, if you can't go out there in the world and have an open mind to um well, ultimately, we all have our own ways of conquering and figuring out this world, but you don't learn very much on your own. Oftentimes, you have to go out there and see other people kind of do something first. Unless you're trying to pioneer something completely unique, then you're in your own lane and you're just really just experimenting left and right and making so many mistakes and just figuring it out slowly but surely. But that's awesome. More power to you. I'm doing the same thing myself. You can honestly just look down any street and find anybody that's just that driven, but they oftentimes they give up because they just don't have that continuing powerful circle around them to keep motivating them and influencing them in a positive way. So yeah, basically, you're on your own. You're really on your own. Can you tell yourself like, hey, I'm gonna do this today. I'm gonna influence myself I'm gonna command myself to do this. I'm gonna record this episode today. I'm gonna take some time to really shoot my shot and aim and take action. Do it right away. Do it right now. And yeah, it all kind of just comes full circle when you bring back that idea that it wasn't even words weren't even a thing for the longest time. It was all mostly just primal instinct and also just the desire to survive and want to keep living. Every day we're so blessed here on earth, and here in the first world country in the United States. You can just go down the street, go to the store, buy whatever you want. You can get drunk whenever you want. You can do all these. Drive your car wherever and whenever you want. Pump gas whenever you want. All these things are available to us, and sometimes we all just kind of neglect the fact that 500, 700 years ago, none of these things existed. 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, none of this existed. And yeah, that's just something to think about because that just helps you kind of realize like, okay, what's going on around me? Maybe I'm being influenced by more than just what I'm seeing. There are higher powers than what's out there. But yeah, guys, so many things have changed. And so many amazing people have come and gone. And now it's our turn to do something great. Like being able to look at the world and be like, yeah, I am not going to stay in this same place. I'm not going to stay stagnant. I want more. I want more out of life, and I know I have to do more, become more valuable. And of course, ultimately, I have to be more prepared for challenges. There's an awesome quote. It goes, if you're not planning for the future, or rather, if you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail. And that can go to a lot of things. It's like going, and then adjacent to that quote is, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. If you're coming on a podcast and you're coming down here with some low energy, like, yeah, man, chilling, bro, I ain't doing much. I just finished, doing all these hedonistic things. Ain't nothing much. Compared to somebody who's high energy, awake, aware, attentive, intelligent, well-spoken, then that energy is completely different. I mean, it's kind of drained me a little bit of energy just pretending to be like a fucking loser. But that's where we all start. We're not always ready to be somebody amazing. Some of us are just so stuck with these limiting beliefs that we are kind of like stuck like the way we are forever, and we're super comfortable with that. But you have to break out of that mindset. You have to break out of that comfort zone, and remember that we're no longer living at the level where we're afraid of saber-toothed tigers or afraid of something trying to eat me. We're here in the world where technology is so available to any one of us, as long as we're willing to learn and work, and ultimately you can make money online, just connecting with people online, offering them a service, offering them some of your value, offering them some of your time. And again, like these videos, I mean, it's not necessarily going to make you a billionaire overnight or in the course of a year, 5 years, 10 years, but it's not even about the money. It's more so about, like, can you make a difference in the world? And are you willing to pay the price every day to just do something good? And then the more you put yourself out there, the more you connect, and the more you share your vision, the more other people recognize that. And also you just start to be a magnet for all that stuff. I mentioned earlier something about the second brain and the gut feeling, having like your whole body just like be, completely, ready for the abundance and opportunity in the world. As you guys, if you guys, the neofrontal cortex, or I'm pretty sure that's what this thing is called. This is connected to your brain, to the whole skull. It's connected to your spine, and your spine is connected all the way down to your hips, and then of course there are nerves running down your spine into your guts. Like the human body is so amazing. We can literally heal ourselves. We can literally think of a thought that'll give us power. We can literally even bring down our energy with a simple thought. We can control our breath. We can control our blood flow. We can do so many great things with this body. And I do my best to never take it for granted. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm like, oh man, like I'm not gonna do the right choice. I'm gonna make a dumb decision. But nowadays, like, I definitely want to take care of my body and just keep fueling it with the right fuel. I mean, yeah, coffee, but it's like these things were given to me for free, and I've fallen in the same category as most people. I'm an average person. I'm an average dude right now, and I want to be above average. I want to keep gaining new skills and putting myself out there. And sometimes I myself am a little afraid and scared of what's to come. Like, oh man, like I'm lazy. What if I'm not good enough because I'm lazy right now? Or what if they don't like me because I'm too arrogant? Or what if they don't like me because I'm just not qualified? Or maybe I just shut myself down. And all these thoughts start to germinate, and like they start to like get in my mind. But then I'm like, you know what do I need to do right now? Let's go ahead and just clear my mind off and just blank it all out. What if there was nothing in my head besides the one thought that I need? What's something I need to do now? What do I need to do now? What is the one thing I need to do? What's all that I need to do right now? Okay, yeah. So the one thing I need to do right now is record this podcast. Okay, awesome. My name is Raul. Welcome, guys. This is the Mr. Genuine podcast. We're 30 minutes in. Like and subscribe. Hope you guys are doing well. Yada yada yada. And then the ball just starts rolling. It's live. It's action time. You just start taking action. And as you gain the experience and as you go out there, you'll realize, hey, this is kind of fun. This is kind of cool. And of course, excuse me, guys, you get better at it. You improve and you get better at it over time. I have a lot of people in my life that want things to happen, hoping for a handout or hoping for help with here and there, and just hoping for some money, or whatever the case may be, without really realizing that the power and the ball's in their court. There is no easier day. It's going to get harder. And if you think this is hard, just believe me, it's going to get only more and more difficult. The thought of wanting more and not doing more is going to grow and grow instead of just, locking in, taking the time to reevaluate and analyze what's going on, empower yourself, breathe properly, and then take action. Take proper action. And then don't worry about making it perfect. Don't worry about making it absolutely stunning. It's really going to happen over time. Consistency is the most important thing. And then making more of what works and doing less of what doesn't work. It's really that simple, but ultimately it does take that experience. I would never have guessed that 4 years ago I'd be where I'm at. I would never have guessed it. I would not have guessed that right now I'd have a whole podcast, awesome equipment, great people around me, awesome job. I'm making guitars. I'm playing guitar. I'm playing live everywhere. I'm in downtown San Diego almost every weekend. I'm just having a great time. I'm just so blessed. I have some real potential, and I'm not going to squander it waiting for things to get better. I'm going to make it better. And if not, then I'm going to put myself out there and just show the world, like, hey, I'm out here. Let's make some money. Let's help out some people. Let's create something amazing, and let's not limit ourselves ultimately. That's ultimately what's going to happen. There's going to be many opportunities that I'm going to miss. There's going to be opportunities I'm going to absolutely take a hold of, and I'm excited. I'm excited for everything. And yeah, guys, it's so many things to even talk about and to really get into. But this main one of influence is such a big thing to consider, because every day we should remember that we're influencing ourselves. We're the first person that we influence in the morning. The other day I had a pretty gnarly dream. I had the dream where I was not in control, where I was almost in the passenger seat of my story in my dream. And it was scary. It was a little weird. I actually woke up and I'm like, wow, I'm so glad that was a dream and that wasn't real life, because I don't want that to ever happen. And two, I have to be more ruthless. I have to be able, first of all, to do the things that I don't want to do. And I have to be able to realize when a threat is right in front of me. And that was a crazy thing. And so, like, yeah, I influence myself in my own subconscious mind, in my own dreams, to be like, wow, wake up, take action. Tomorrow's going to be a great day. Today's going to be a great day. Let's not waste or squander it. Let's not go ahead and indulge in too much fun or spend too much money today when we haven't even saved up enough to really have fun today. Save the fun for later. Today we work. Today we feel a little bit of pain. Today we struggle. And it's not like absolutely torturous pain, it's not like we're going to actually hurt ourselves badly, but it's like this idea that we're kind of selling and getting rid of our options for the future by having fun today and having a little bit of extra options today. When if we just anyways, I'm rambling about that. I don't want to keep going on about that, but yeah, guys, we came from somewhere and we're going somewhere. We're not just going to somewhere random. We have to be prepared, and we have to keep educating ourselves, gaining skills that are truly invaluable and just super captivating for other people, that when they see us do our thing, they're like, wow, how did you do that? And what the heck? That was quite impressive. That was really impressive. And of course, we're doing it for ourselves. The more we improve every day and become 1% better, the more we're focused on reducing waste or wasted movements and just doing the right things every day. Then we realize, like, hey, like, what am I eating today? What did I eat today that made me feel good? Or what did I not eat? Did I not drink my supplements? Did I not work out today? Things like that. But of course, that's the more mature way of looking at it. I remember when I was 20, I didn't even care about my body. When I was 18, I didn't even know what I was going to do. I didn't really care. When I was 15, I was a kid. I didn't care about paying no bills. I didn't care about any rents. I didn't care about any of this stuff. But now that I'm 29, obviously I'm an adult. Obviously I'm a grown man. And I think about way more things. But I don't ever let it get to me, because there are many things on my plate for sure, but I don't use that as an excuse. I don't let things bog me down or let me feel like a victim anymore. Having that victim mindset is super annoying when you realize there are more, I guess, appropriate ways of thinking. Thinking that you are the absolute best. Thinking that you can absolutely crush and destroy anything in front of you. Any goal, any negative mindset, any negative person. That's super empowering, guys. Super, super empowering. And it all just comes down to, again, the influence you have on yourself, the influence you have around you into your surroundings, and the ability to visualize yourself in a better place, in a better location and spot and time. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I wanted to share with you guys today. It's already a pretty long podcast. Essentially, what I was trying to get to, the main meat and potatoes, is that before there were even words, before we humans even created any syllables or vowels or onomatopoeias, we ended up using our body, our eyes, our arms, our legs, our expressions, our facial expressions, to show and influence those around us. When we showed a mean face, like, okay, like, wow, this guy doesn't want to play around, or happy face, like, okay, maybe this guy is actually, maybe he might be trying to fool me, maybe he might be trying to play with me, trying to play me as a fool, or maybe he's just trying to have fun, for reals, or maybe he's just on something. It was all really just boiled down to like influence. And of course, nature is one of the best influences around us. Like when nature throws a hurricane at us, when nature throws a blizzard storm at us, when nature throws a desert heat towards us, we know exactly what that means. Our bodies react. Everything on our bodies react. And we even evolve along to adapt to that nature that is around us, that environment, those events. It's influencing us to adapt, to grow, to improve, and to survive. Oftentimes it is just to survive. But nowadays it's not so much, You could chill all day in your room and not have to worry about it. You can DoorDash food. You can call Uber to send you tires. Yeah, we got it pretty good, guys. And it all happened because somebody had an idea. Nobody out there is better than you. Somebody that is just as smart as you, and maybe sometimes even less qualified than you, had a great idea and they took action. There's this one last quote I'll leave you guys with. It's like, a consistent and I guess motivated fool will, if you compare a consistent motivated fool to a lazy genius, the fool will always outcompete and outwork that lazy genius, no matter how genius or how smart that person is. The fool that is always on the grind, always being consistent, will always outperform that person. It's just that simple. It's like a matter of just like science and math. It's super straightforward. So keep that in mind, guys. You don't have to be the best. You don't have to be the best looking. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the best well-spoken person in the room, but you have to be somebody who puts the work in every single day, no matter what happens. These are just words, guys. Again, I'm just having fun with these videos, and I hope you guys do enjoy something out of these videos. Again, like, there are more important things, like spend time with your kids, spend time with your grandparents, exercising, or if you're watching this or listening to this while you're working out, get it. I was gonna say something else, but I was gonna say get that bag, but I'm like, bro, get that pump, get that workout in, do what you gotta do, guys. I'm always here. I'm always recording episodes every week, and once things start becoming more like structured for me, I'm still going day by day, week by week, but I do my best to be consistent every week with an episode. And I appreciate all of you. I appreciate everybody here tuning in today. This is a bit of a longer episode than my previous ones. Episode 11, kind of crazy. But here I am, doing my best to influence you. and to also be influenced. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, please send them my way. Ask them in the comments below. Send me a DM. I have my social media platforms on here everywhere. You can find me on my music YouTube channel and my YouTube content and TikTok content and my Instagram content, all that content on the Viraul platform, Viraul, on TikTok, and then Raul Jr. on Instagram. So go ahead and find me on there. And I still have I still have my influence on there, and it's mainly just people on social media that I know or just have met through there. I don't usually interact with like just complete strangers. I do my due diligence and look at the content and the people that I'm chatting with, not just some random strangers. But hey, I'm a random stranger. I'm just somebody out here on the internet. If you know me personally, of course, then I know you personally, and you're awesome. I don't just spend my time with random people, as I am very aware that my own personal influence can be helpful and also can be very harmful. I haven't always been the best friend, and I haven't always been the best coworker, and I haven't always been the best individual in my life day to day, but I do the very best I can to amend any wrong that I've done and to help where I can. $2 here, a hug over here, a conversation over there, a compliment here, a genuine, feedback over there. It's all over the place for me. And here I am. My main goal is to keep learning, to keep helping those around me, and to make some money, make some serious cash. And I feel like these videos, although they may not be paying any dividends at the moment or maybe ever, I am super happy with doing these videos. I'm super happy with making some content that might actually make somebody think like, hey, wow, this guy's been making videos for 5 years now. Why can't I start today and make a video today? What if it's the worst video ever? All right, cool, awesome. Time to make the second best from that video, and just keep it going. Keep it going. You don't have to be great, but you have to be consistent. You have to be willing to pay the price. Success is right around the corner for anybody who works hard every day. If you guys enjoyed this episode, if you guys enjoyed this podcast, please like and subscribe. Feel free to share it. Share my ramblings, or feel free to cut and paste whatever part of this episode that you guys found useful. I do appreciate all of you. And I hope you guys are all doing well, for reals. I do my best to post here and there, like YouTube shorts, and it's fun. But these episodes are mainly for my Mr. Genuine episode or podcast YouTube channel. So mainly for you guys. I don't even share it anywhere else. And yes, guys, who are you going to influence today? Will you command yourself to do something amazing today, or will you just drift with the wind? Will you just be another number on this planet? Somebody who is okay with just being part of the other working class, or low poor class, or the middle class, or the rich class. You decide where you want to be. I wish nothing but the best for all of you guys. 100% focus, 100% determination. Yeah, let's do the best we can, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, my name is Raul. This is episode 11 of the Mr. Genuine podcast. I do appreciate your time. Let's keep winning. Let's keep going, guys. As always, I appreciate your time, and I will see you in the next episode, in the next stream, in the next video. Thanks, guys, for watching. Peace out. Gone.